Your greatest mistake is not loving too much, but loving so much that you lose the right to be respected by those you care for most. When you beg for attention, you are simply handing them a whip to strike at your own dignity and sense of self-worth in life. They have learned to disregard you because they know you are always there, waiting and hoping for a crumb of their time and affection. It is time to stop demanding what they refuse to give. It is time to begin the process of removing your presence from their world. They treat you with indifference because they are certain that no matter what they do, you will never have the courage to actually leave. Your presence has become cheap, a commodity they take for granted every single day without a second thought or an ounce of gratitude. To be everywhere for someone is to be nowhere in their heart. Familiarity has bred a contempt that is now poisoning your very soul. Stop trying to prove your value through words. Real value is felt in the void that remains when a high-quality person finally decides to depart. The first step toward regaining your power is acknowledging that your availability is the primary reason for your lack of influence in their lives. Every second you spend waiting for a response is a second you steal from your own growth and your own future as a man. The cruel truth is that people do not respect those who are always available. They respect those who have the strength to say goodbye. Prepare yourself for the silence that follows. It is not a sign of defeat, but the beginning of your absolute and final victory. Anger is a trap. When you lash out in frustration, you are showing them exactly where your vulnerabilities lie and how to control you. Every late-night call and every desperate explanation is a surrender of your sovereignty. You are begging for a throne that you already possess. Stoicism teaches us that whoever can make you angry becomes your master. Are you willing to be a slave to their whims and moods? Your outbursts of emotion are not signs of strength. They are the screams of a wounded ego that still seeks validation from outside sources. Stop explaining your worth to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Their lack of appreciation is not a reflection of your true value. When you chase someone, you are reinforcing the idea that they are superior and that you are fundamentally lacking something that only they provide. Break the cycle of reaction. The moment you stop reacting to their coldness is the moment you reclaim the keys to your internal kingdom. Quiet your mind. A king does not shout for attention. His presence is felt through his silence and his immovable, solid sense of self. The Stoic path demands that you find peace within yourself, regardless of how others treat you or whether they acknowledge your presence at all. Clear the wreckage of your past mistakes. Every moment you spent begging for love was a lesson in what you must never do again. True power is the ability to walk away from any situation that no longer serves your growth or respects your fundamental human dignity. If you want to be treated like a man of high value, you must first believe you are one, even when the world ignores you. Let go of the need for an apology. Your silence is the only closure you need to move forward and rebuild your broken life. Self-respect is a fortress. You are currently laying the first stones of a wall that will protect you from those who do not care. You are no longer a victim of their neglect. You are the architect of your own solitude and the master of your own emotional fate. Withdrawal is an art form. It is not about hiding in fear, but about reclaiming the energy you have been wasting on dead ends. Do not say goodbye. Do not explain why you are leaving. Words only provide them with a map to find a way back in. Your absence must be absolute. Let it be a sudden, cold vacuum that leaves them gasping for the air of the attention you once gave. When they look for you in the usual places, let them find only echoes and the ghost of the man they once knew so well. Seneca knew that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The pain of your departure will weigh heavier on them than you. Silence is the highest form of self-discipline. It proves that you have conquered the urge to be seen and the need to be understood. Every step you take away from them is a step towards your own liberation. Do not look back, for there is nothing left for you. They did not value your presence, so let them experience the weight of your total and permanent absence. This is the only fair trade. The psychological battle begins the moment they realize they no longer have access to your mind, your heart, or your daily life and routine. You are exiting the theater of their drama. The curtain has fallen, and you are finally free to walk into the light of your own. Stoic silence is not a game of manipulation. It is a strategic withdrawal of resources from a war that was never worth your time. By removing yourself, you are refusing to be a character in their story. You are now the author of your own epic journey forward. Your departure will create ripples in their reality that they never expected. The calm you leave behind will eventually become their greatest storm. The strength to be alone is the ultimate power. Those who cannot stand their own company will always be at the mercy of others. Focus on the path ahead. The distance between you and your past is the measurement of your growth and your emerging power as a man. They will try to reach out when the silence becomes unbearable. Do not answer. Let the silence speak for everything you ever wanted to say. Your internal flame must burn for you alone. When you stop seeking their light, you become a sun that others will eventually orbit. This is the end of the old you. The man who needed them is dead. The man who is sufficient unto himself has finally arrived. The first day of your absence is a novelty. The second day is a question. By the third day, the silence begins to feel heavy. When the expected message never arrives, their ego begins to fracture. They are forced to confront the reality that you are actually gone. Absence creates a vacuum. In that empty space, the mind begins to play back every moment of disrespect and every chance they threw away. While they are spiraling in confusion, you are evolving in the quiet. You are not seeking revenge. You are seeking your own higher self. The most powerful response to disrespect is not an argument, but a life lived so well that their opinion no longer holds any weight. They will wonder where you are, who you are with, and why you no longer need the validation you once begged for so desperately. Every time they check their phone and see nothing, your value in their eyes increases. Human nature desires what it can no longer control. Silence is the ultimate mirror. It reflects their own insecurities back at them, forcing them to face the void they created with their arrogance. The Stoic does not use silence to hurt others, but to protect his own peace. If it hurts them, it is only their own reflection. Regret is a slow poison. It starts as a small thought and grows into a suffocating realization of what they have truly lost forever. Focus on your own script. You are writing a new chapter where you are the hero, not a supporting character in someone else's tragic drama. Let the bridge you burned light the way forward. You cannot build a future on the ruins of a past that didn't respect you. Your absence is the most honest thing you have ever given them. It is the reality they chose when they decided to treat you poorly. The power has shifted. It didn't happen through force, but through the simple, quiet act of choosing yourself over a connection that was one-sided. While they remain in the past, you are mapping out a future that they will never be a part of. This is the ultimate victory. Embrace the solitude. In the depths of your own silence, you will find the strength that you once looked for in the eyes of others. Your value is not a variable determined by their attention. It is a constant that you define through your own discipline and your own actions. The fortress of your mind is now complete. No one can enter without your permission, and no one can stay who does not bring respect. They had their chance. Now, they must live with the man they helped create. A man who no longer needs them to feel whole. This absence is not a game. It is a pilgrimage to your own potential. Every drop of sweat is a payment toward your new life. Transform the pain of rejection into the fuel for your transformation. A man who masters himself is truly invincible in the eyes of everyone. Build a life so compelling that you no longer have time to check your notifications or wonder what they are thinking about you today. Your work is your sanctuary. Pour your soul into your craft until you become so good that the world cannot afford to ignore you. Shed the skin of the man who begged. Every day of discipline is a day you spend distancing yourself from the version of you they disrespected. Respect yourself first. If you do not treat your own body and mind with the highest care, why would anyone else value your presence? The dawn of your new self is here. You are no longer chasing shadows. You are walking toward the light of your own high purpose. Prepare for the world like a warrior preparing for battle. Your appearance, your posture, and your walk must reflect the kingdom you are building. Do not look for their approval in the reflection. The only person you need to satisfy is the man who stands in the mirror today. Success is the best form of silence. Let your achievements speak for you while you remain unreachable and focused on the next big mountain peak. You are building an empire of one. Once the foundations are solid, only those who bring peace and value will be allowed to enter through. Become the man they once had, but can never have again. Your evolution should be so profound that you are essentially a complete stranger. This is not about making them regret. It is about making yourself proud. Their regret is simply a byproduct of your own incredible and undeniable ascent. The higher you climb, the less you hear the noise from below. Their opinions are now just whispers in a wind that no longer reaches you. Solitude is no longer a punishment. It is your greatest luxury. You have found the company of the one person who will never leave. Knowledge is the armor of the soul. Every book you read and every lesson you learn makes your internal fortress even more impenetrable and strong. You have transitioned from a man who seeks light to a man who provides it. Your energy is now a resource that must be earned. Time is your greatest ally. With every passing day of silence and self-improvement, you are winning a war they didn't even know you were fighting. Empires fall, but principles remain. You are building your life on the eternal principles of Stoicism, which will never fail or betray your trust. Look at how far you have come. The person who used to cry over a text message is now a man who moves mountains with focus. Your life is moving at a different speed now. Those who cannot keep up are naturally left behind in the dust of your own progress. You are now a peer to the giants of the past. Your presence is a gift that you no longer give away to those who are unworthy. The final stage is the closing of the door, not out of anger, but out of a realization that there is nothing more to say. They wanted a life without you. Now, give it to them in its most absolute and permanent form. Let the silence be their only companion. The door is locked from the inside. You are not trapped. They are excluded. Your life is now a sanctuary for those who truly belong. Stop worrying about their regret. Their feelings are no longer your responsibility. Your only duty is to the man you have worked so hard to become. The man they disrespected is gone. He doesn't live here anymore. He has moved to a place where his presence is cherished and his value known. Walking away is the ultimate act of self-love. It is the final proof that you value your own soul more than someone else's fleeting attention. Do not demand respect from those who are blind to your value. Walk into the freedom that only a truly stoic heart can ever provide. Your absence is a gift they asked for, so let them keep it forever. Your journey continues, and it is more beautiful than you imagined. The regret of their lives is not your concern. Your peace is your destiny. You have finally found the power that comes from within. Be the man who is enough. Be the man who can walk away from anything. Be the man who is truly free in his own soul. The past is a ghost. The future is a promise. The present is your kingdom. Rule it with the quiet power of a true Stoic. Never look back. Your life is waiting for you out there, far beyond the reach of those who failed to see your light. And